Hey Pisces, intuitive soul coach here with your November 2023 love and family reading. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you are new. These are general readings. Please take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you're interested in a personal reading, signing up for the monthly newsletter, or entering into the free reading giveaway, you can find all of that information in the description box below the video. All right, welcome. This is good for any and all placements of Pisces in your chart. I almost said Scorpio. Some of you may be dealing with a Scorpio, or we are in Scorpio season here in November. So there could be some significant changes for you this month on an internal level, because you have here heart-to-heart conversations with possibly a soulmate here. Now, a soulmate can be a lover, a spouse, a romantic partnership, a friendship, a family member, and even a pet. We can have many different soulmates here on earth. So some of you are having a heart-to-heart conversation with someone that's actually going to allow you to free yourself from some sort of anxiety, turmoil, mental strife, heart pain, or freeing yourself from a physical situation. And what you don't see coming here, or advice from spirit, is you have love yourself first. Self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. So I do feel for a lot of you, you may make some decisions this month that have to do with you. If you were a people pleaser, or if you tend to put everyone else first and your own needs last, you're not doing that this month. And it's not because you're selfish. It's because you know what you are worth. You know that you deserve love in all forms, in all levels here. And this is about having those important conversations with those that you love, clearing the air. It says, honestly, discuss your feelings with each other. So whoever is on your mind, if this is a family member, a child, a spouse, someone that you've struggled with, there's going to be an important conversation, or many of them, that are going to help you siphon through some of those feelings that you have been feeling, because Scorpio season is also your water element, your fellow water sign. And so this is a really deep time for you to go a little bit further, investigate some of those emotions that are coming in. And if something has been surfaced, because I'm getting some of you may have been surfacing or coasting through a situation, maybe you are afraid to deep dive, maybe you are afraid to go explore more about what this relationship could mean for you, or explore more about why this family member has, betrayed you or did something. And sometimes we coast or we surf through it because it's too painful to deal with it. And I feel like you are having some conversations. You could also be talking to others about people who've crossed over. Maybe you are sitting at the table, because if you celebrate holidays in the month of November, maybe you're sitting around the table having food and sharing in conversations, and you're sharing stories about maybe your childhood, or about your parents, or about someone who's crossed over here. And I feel like, yes, that could bring up feelings, but you're honoring their presence in a way. You're honoring their story is what I'm getting here. I also see some sort of pictures coming up to the surface. So someone may grab an old album, or they may share their pictures with you about their life or about their family. I also see someone that you haven't seen for quite some time. You may run into, or maybe you see them at a gathering or an event. They may grab their phone and say, look at my children, they've grown so much, or look at this person, or this this photo. I feel pictures is significant here for some reason. Pisces, you have the soulmate card, and if you're single, you certainly could be attracting a soulmate this month. Or I just heard the song, I am my own soulmate. Okay, I think that's a song by Lizzo, and that's come up in a reading prior. I don't know if it was for you, Pisces. If you've never heard that song by Lizzo, I am my own soulmate. If you're single, you may want to go jam out to it, right? Get your dance on. It's a really feel-good type of energy and can uplift you. So some of you, yeah, you are your own soulmate here. But I feel that this is a time for you to connect and bring in that energy of love with all of the people that you come into contact with this month. For some of you, you're freeing yourself by taking back control of your life. There may have been something that has become stagnant. It's become a feeling of imprisonment, because look at this unicorn, right? A unicorn is a majestical, wild, beautiful creature. It's not meant to be held captive in this cage. And you are not meant to be held captive in some sort of environment, mental strife, emotional restraints here. Could even be a physical situation. It's important for you to free yourself from this and find ways to reduce any stress, negativity, and sleeplessness, because I'm getting here sleeplessness. So maybe even the Nine of Swords energy. Let's dive into your reading here and take a look. Now, these readings this month have been really, really deep. So this could be a really powerful time as we navigate through this eclipse season, depending on when you're watching this video. It was a really interesting time for a lot of humans when it comes to relationships and interactions and cutting things out and, embracing and solidifying and forgiveness and all of the above. But sometimes the truth comes out, and sometimes there are heart-to-heart conversations that are difficult to have, but we must have them to free ourselves. So maybe someone is saying, I want a divorce. Someone could be saying, I don't want to be in this situation. Someone could also be telling you something that they said or they did and they're taking accountability for. Now, I don't feel such a heaviness to that point. For some of you, it may be. We'll see what the cards show. But I will tell you, Pisces, you are the last sign here, and they've all been really deep, really heavy. So it may or may not resonate with you. But let's take it as it does. All right, what's the overall energy? We have the Ten of Cups. Beautiful. I mean, who doesn't want the Ten of Cups? So in order for you to have your happily ever after, there is a block, there is a conversation, there is something that needs to be released. Okay, some of you, there could be a conversation about a home, a family home. Some of you may even be looking into maybe a beach vacation, a home by the water here. Maybe you're taking a vacation in the month of November here as well, or you're planning one. I mean, the Ten of Cups is the absolute most beautiful card that you want to get in any love and family reading, because that's what it embraces. It depicts here. You see all the balloons and you see the family coming together there, and they're feeling good. It's happy times ahead. So I feel like you are freeing yourself from something that holds you back from really embracing. And some of you, this is your career, your job. Maybe you're having a conversation with the people that you work with or with the boss, and you're saying, hey, I'm exhausted. I'm burnt out. I need time with my family. I need to make a change here. I need some PTO. Or if you are a business owner, some of you could even be going on maternity leave, or you could be having a conversation about working maybe less, or working and having more flexibility here. I'm getting work for some of you, even though I don't see any pentacles yet. But your challenge here is the Page of Wands. The challenge is to unplug and have a little bit of fun. Some of you could be worried about a child, okay, whether they are a toddler, whether they're a teen, or whether they are grown. There could be a little bit of conflict that may be interfering with this family dynamic, because the Ten of Cups here, it can be at times that energy of, neglecting your family. It can be betrayal. It can be not feeling like you are able to come up with a solution to family disputes. There's too much, maybe at times, arguing here, or there could be even some parenting disagreements on how you parent. Someone may not like the way you parent. Someone could be soft. Someone could be more firm. Someone may not agree with what a child is doing in their life as well. Someone could even be in a relationship that feels very immature. It feels at times like this person needs to grow up a little bit. It could even be a sibling. Some of you, there is a big gap is what I'm getting here, a gap in age. So some of you could be, maybe 8 years, 15 years older or younger than your spouse or a partner if you're in a relationship. For others of you, there could have been siblings that were born maybe after you left the house, because I'm getting here age gap for some of you. But with this Page of Wands being the block, I feel a part of you freeing yourself is growing, maturing. There is an opportunity here for you to to get yourself into a situation where, to back out of a situation. Okay. Not go into it. I'm getting here to back out of it because you have the free yourself. So this could be a message for some of you to back off or back away from someone, or trying to guide or control or help someone, even though you want the best for them. Or maybe they want the best for you, but you need to have and go your own direction. Okay, they're giving me a song. Here I go again on my own. I think that's Whitesnake. Here I go again on my own. So some of you could be road tripping, okay? For others of you, maybe you're breaking up with someone, even though this isn't the breakup card, and I don't see that because the Ten of Cups is showing up in the upright. There is someone that you may be disconnecting from to let them kind of live and lead their own life. All right. I also sense something with daycare. If you have a child that may go to daycare here, there could be complications with the scheduling, with the timing here, or with some sort of pay. Again, please take that as it resonates to your life. What's going on below you, Pisces? What's in the foundation? What's this built on here? The Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords energy is showing up here in reverse. So there could have been someone in your world, or you at times have been very opinionated, very blunt, very cold at times, or come across as that way. This could be a mother for some of you. You may have had a mother who was very cold. Maybe she was a Libra. But the Queen of Swords showing up in the reverse. This is someone who at times, it feels like she lacks emotion. She can cut you with her tongue. It's very sharp. She's very blunt. But she is very truthful typically when she's in the upright. So someone may have said something that really said something to even a child or someone else that was very immature. It could have been to someone else, or someone may have said something to you that was just very immature, and you're like, why? Where did that come from? Why does that person have to act that way or be that way? They should know better. You may be older than them as well. Or excuse me, you may be younger than them. They may be older, and you're wondering why this role is reversed, why you're taking care of someone. If you're in a relationship here as well, you may want more of a balanced partnership, more of literally a partner or team, instead of feeling like you are mothering or parenting someone. Let's take a look here at the recent past and see what's going on for you, Pisces. What's going on for Pisces in the recent past, please? Six of Wands, some sort of success here. I like this. When the Six of Wands shows up, I mean, look at this guy. He's in a wheelchair. He's playing basketball. He's not letting his handicap or his disability stop him from doing what he loves. He is achieving it, and people look at him and they say, dang, if he can do it in a wheelchair, I can do it, right? This is about you being an inspiration. And some of you, you may have felt held back by whatever it was that was your handicap. It could have been some sort of mental limiting thought pattern. It could feel like something on the physical. Maybe it's emotional. Maybe it's mental, whatever it is for you. Some of you, maybe you felt like you were overlooked, or you felt shamed or humiliated in some sort of situation. But when this Six of Wands shows up, in the recent past in the upright, this is the card of being noticed, right? It is the card of success. When it comes to love, this is a very strong, solid energy of harmony and finding ways to come up with some solutions here, to take a stance and to really go for what you believe, regardless of those things, right? In quotation, those things, those handicaps that hold you back. And for some of you, maybe it was your age, maybe it was your size or where you worked or what you wore, whatever it may be here for you. Maybe you said, well, I may be out of that ballpark, or I can't have this, or whatever it was just an illusion that, look at, you can shatter. Just because this guy doesn't have legs doesn't mean he can't play basketball, right? So whatever illusion you hung on to, that's what you need to free yourself from. Because you have every ability to be able to find that love or find or be in that 10 of Cups energy. But sometimes we hang on to telling ourselves that we can't, we won't, or we're not enough. Not you, Pisces, not you. You have what it takes here to achieve success in whatever area of relationship, love, family that you want. What's going on here above you? What are you manifesting? What are you manifesting? All right, you are manifesting some quick moving energy here. So when this Knight of Swords shows up, you're taking action towards something here. It doesn't surprise me. And she's riding this horse, this stallion. He's coming up on his 2 legs here, and he is ready. And you are ready here to give a good challenge a wink in the eye. This is about you being at your best. It's about you being assertive, direct. Some of you, you're traveling by air. I'm getting here as well. You're really excited. Maybe there's a place that you're going to. Maybe you didn't think you'd be able to go there, or you didn't know if something was going to be available to you. And I'm getting a yes, it is. But the Knight of Swords here is showing up, taking extreme action on achieving this 10 of Cups. Some of you, there's a birthday party for a child. Okay, it could be a birthday party for a child. Some of you have a Scorpio child or an air, well, it could be an air sign, but I'm getting here fire, Sagittarius. Okay, Sagittarius, or yeah, there could be a birthday towards maybe the end of the month. I like this because I feel with this Page of Wands, maybe you feel like you're not able to have the type of celebration that you want for a child, or maybe you're not sure if someone's going to come home. Maybe you go to them, they come to you. If this is a younger child, you may be worried that someone can't come, but I feel like they will be able to. Okay, I also get this energy here that there could be someone very elderly, very old. This could be grandma, great grandma. Someone could be close to their 90s is what I'm getting, or maybe late 80s or into their 90s. They will be able to show up here. Okay, for those of you that were questioning. The Hermit energy is showing up in the near future. The Hermit's been coming up for a lot of signs because as we navigate towards this winter season, if you're in the northern hemisphere here, this is the time of change and kind of going into a little bit of that hermit mode, a little bit of self-reflecting, a little bit of like what the bear does, right? The bear goes into a hibernation mode, hibernation period, to dream, to rest up, to recuperate. And I feel like that's what you're doing at this time. You're going into a little bit of that nesting phase and period in the near future where you could be spending some time more at your home, with people at your home. You could be redecorating. Creativity is highlighted here for you as well. But the Hermit energy is about really gaining that solitude through meditation, through introspection, and doing some deep soul searching. Now, this can also be a difficult time for those of us that have lost loved ones. We feel a little bit lonely, a little bit withdrawn. It's important for you to reach out and connect to family because remember, you do have the 10 of Cups showing up as your overall energy. So regardless of what comes at you this month, any waves of emotion, any waves of loneliness, you can revert back to this 10 of Cups and know that you have soul tribe, family, friends, and people here and in spirit that love you very much, Pisces. Let's take a look at how you're feeling. What is going on within your energy? All right. Thank you, Spirit. So how are you doing here? Yeah, there's that 9 of Swords that we mentioned in the very beginning of your reading. Remember we talked about this unicorn feeling a little bit caged in. There's some mental strife here going on, and I was getting that with you, but I was hoping we would bypass the 9. But sometimes, the only way around is through. And that's what I feel here for you. And that's kind of the energy of Scorpio season altogether. It's about us facing things instead of running from them, instead of hiding from them. And that's what eclipse season brought up for us in October here as well, is some things need to be lit up. Right? You see all the papers that are burning. Something needs to burn. Something needs to come to light. Something needs to be shed. And this is what you are working on. So some of you could even have trouble sleeping, tossing and turning. There could be some health concerns that you are dealing with at this time. Some of you, this is surgery, psychic surgery, physical surgery, rehab. There could be something with restlessness, restless leg. I'm also getting here heartbeat, something with the heart as well, a little bit of anxiety, worry. Some of you have a child who's driving, or a child who's still very immature within their energy, but they're growing, they're evolving, and you may be worried if they're out later, then maybe you go to bed. It's causing you to stay up at night worrying about them. Okay, trust that all will be well, okay, because worry, and this is something I've been saying a lot lately. I heard it the other day and I can't unhear it now. Worry gives us the illusion of control. I'm going to repeat that. Worry gives us the illusion of control. So that's what worry does. So basically, it's an illusion of control that really doesn't exist, because it doesn't give us any control at all. It's just an illusion. So when we're tossing and we're turning and we're worrying and we have worst case scenario, right? That can be really difficult. Some of you could be dealing with a loved one as well, family member, who they're going through some stuff at this time, and you're just, you're focusing on them. Some of you are going to bed, or you're sleeping by yourself here, or someone could work later, or maybe you just have a different schedule than someone else. I feel it's important for you to address whatever difficulties are coming in here and have that heart-to-heart conversation, because what we have showing up in your environment is the Queen of Cups. This is your energy here, that Scorpio, Pisces, Cancerian energy of you being the nurturer and the lover that you are, Pisces. You are someone who you're very empathetic. You give great hugs. You're a great listener. You give good advice. You're extremely intuitive, and you're a healer, right? And other people may be attracted to you, or gravitate towards you because of your healing abilities, because you're a strong nurturer. You could be a mama. You could be someone who's like a mama bear, even if you don't have your own children, or even if they are grown. Other people may come to you for advice, for healing, whether this is personally or professionally, but you take care of other people. Just make sure that you're filling your own cup. That's what I get here for you, Pisces. Fill your own cup first, because when the Queen of Cups shows up, she can take things very personally. She can at times, when she's in her lower energy, when she's letting everyone else be in the front burner and she doesn't have anything left to give to herself, she can get really emotional, right? She can feel a little bit burnt out within her emotional center here. So it's important that you fill your own cup this month and allow people to help you, because you're always the one that helps other people. There could be a mother, a friend, someone very supportive that you can rely on at this time, that you could talk with as well. Remember, you have soulmates. So some of you, your soulmate is your best friend. And I feel like there is someone here who supports you and loves you. When you really want it and need it, they're here for you. There could even be a girls trip here, or maybe a sister trip, or maybe you go shopping with the girls in your family. I mean, even if you're a guy, if you like shopping, but I do feel here that there is a situation that is calling you to examine it from a new perspective. And because you have at the bottom here the Strength card. So let's take a look here, Pisces, at your hopes and fears. What do we have for Pisces, please? Hopes and fears. Judgment. Wow. I don't think I've seen the Judgment card show up as much as I have. in the last couple of months than I have the last few years that I've done tarot readings. This Judgment card is about our purpose. It's about our calling, being able to change our lives for the better. So whatever area of your life or areas that feel lacking, that don't feel on par with your mission, this is the hope that you're able to hear that trumpet call, that you're able to say yes to this second chance here, that you're able to go through this rebirth here, heal the wounds of the past, leave the judgments behind, and embrace change with open arms. And look at her. She's reaching out here with her fiery red hair and nails, which I love. But she's reaching out and she's offering you, Pisces. She's saying, come with me. It's okay. We can let something rest, because you see the cross here in the background. So a lot of you have been reborn. You've been born again in a sense. This can be the card of a deep spiritual awakening. This can even be a near-death experience. For some of you, that could be a fear. Some of you are fearing death, or you're fearing having a second chance because you're not sure what that second chance looks like or even how to get there, but you're already in that energy. You see here that there's a necklace. And that neck's the heart chakra. It's about communication, and it bridges the gap between the heart chakra and the crown chakra. And what you have here is some wings. And so I feel like there is angelic guidance, angelic presence here. Some of you, this is divine protection as well. So know that you're protected. Know that you are living your purpose. You're heading in the right direction. And if there are big, fresh changes and starts happening in your world, that you're going to walk through them and you're going to be okay as well. More than okay. Let's take a look at the final outcome. What's the final outcome for Pisces here in the month of November 2023? I'm hearing the name Aaron or Aaron. Could be Aaron. Please take it as it resonates. The final outcome is the High Priestess. Beautiful energy. I mean, look at her. Who doesn't want to have a share of apple with her? This High Priestess is all about the truth. She's all about, her using her inner wisdom to gain the insight that she needs. But she doesn't have to be loud. She doesn't have to be bold. She doesn't have to put herself way out there. Sometimes it's in the small, subtle acts, because you can see here that there's a curtain behind her. She's coming out from that curtain here, and she has a bowl of pomegranates. Pomegranates could be significant for some of you. But she also has the books here. So not only does she have the knowledge, right? She has the deep intuitive insight. For some of you, your grandmother was psychic. Your mother may have been psychic. You may be psychic. I'm getting here something with generation. So I feel grandmother for some of you. But this High Priestess is also about paying attention to your gut feelings, paying attention to people around you that may even at times have hidden agendas. Now, we don't see that necessarily coming up in your reading. I don't see any Seven of Swords, Five of Swords, or Devil energy, but this is about you trusting in you and not second guessing your intuition when it comes to love. Some of you, this month would be a fantastic month to connect to your spiritual practices, whatever they may be. Whether it's connecting through oracle or tarot, whether it is connecting with runes or crystals. Some of you, there could be an online workshop or course, but it's also about meditating and getting in touch as well, and being able to see the roles that other people play in your life. They're giving me here past life regression, hypnotherapy for some of you. And then I'm also getting Akasha or Akashic records. So you may be experiencing some dreams that may actually be past lives, or some of you are really receiving a lot of downloads this month. So pay attention, because this has everything to do with your heart, with your relationships, with the people around you. I also get that some of you, you could be having some tossing and turning. And a lot of times you'll notice when you wake up numerous times, you actually have snippets of dreams, right? Because we wake up out of that deep state and we remember on the spot, and it can be very powerful, very impactful. And we say, there is no way in heck that I'm going to forget that dream in the morning. But guess what? Morning rolls around and you forget it. So you may want to have a voice recorder or a notepad or something by your bed and just write down a word. One word is all it needs to kind of trigger that recall of a dream, because your dreams are very prophetic for some of you. And for others of you, you may receive messages from loved ones who've crossed over in your dreams as well. And pay attention, even though some of these may be nightmares, some of them can feel scary to you, there's a deeper meaning. And if you look into it, and you're spiritual here, I see that. This is a big time for you to dive into that spiritual side of you. You're going to uncover things quite quickly. So I like the High Priestess showing up here. Trust your gut, but don't second guess. Don't let your mind go down the rabbit hole of some self-fulfilling prophecies or some fears here with the Nine of Swords. Some of you, there is a little bit of a maybe even depression going on here. If that's the case, please speak to someone. Reach out here. Have a heart-to-heart conversation. Don't hold yourself in, because the Hermit sometimes, he needs to open himself up. Even though he wants to hibernate, he wants to hole himself up and not talk to anyone. Right? I've been there. You've been there. We all get to that point sometimes. But when it's really affecting us on a mental, physical, emotional level, we need to reconnect to spirit here and to others. So it'd be a really good month to join others in, again, a spiritual practice. There could be something with church here as well, or an organization that's like-minded, where you share the same beliefs or ideals. I just heard here volunteer. So some of you, maybe you're volunteering this month. Last but not least, let's get a message from the Wisdom of the Oracle. What do we have, please, for Pisces? Wisdom of the Oracle. Yeah, we have time to go. Time to go. And that coincides with the Free Yourself card as well. Time to go. I mean, this 10 of Cups certainly could mean that some of you are heading toward, you may be leaving a relationship. I just have to put that out there. But for others of you, I feel like it's time to head towards the unknown. A lot of that moon energy. It is about taking back control of your life so you can have the type of 10 of Cups that you seek, that you want, that you truly desire here, because something may have been a little bit stressful for you. So let's take a look at card 45. Some of you may be 45 years old, or you may be born on the 9th. Maybe you're in a 9 life path year as well, or a 9 personal year. This is about, let's see here. I was going to say perspective, but we're on the wrong one here. This is about endings, completions, walking away from something because there's nothing else to experience. There's nothing else to learn. Maybe that's that surface energy. If someone's immature here, or if someone's learned all that they could, and now you want to learn something new, I feel like there is an opportunity for growth here. There's an opportunity to commit yourself to a new path. So in a relationship, it's over, or at the very least, the form this relationship has taken is no longer of service to you or the other person. This is a time of letting go, of knowing that the journey has come to its conclusion. That doesn't mean anything was lost, although this card could speak to a breakup, drifting apart, or the end of a soul contract. It is more about release than it is destruction. And remember, you have that Free Yourself card, which is about taking back control. So something needs to be released here, because it's causing a lot of anxiety, a lot of restlessness. Remember that saying, if you love something, let it go. And if it comes back, it's yours. If not, it never was. Endings are actually always a sign of a new beginning. If you want something deeper, Pisces, walk away. Now, the protection message for a lot of you, because there is a little bit of that fear-based energy, even if it appears that you've reached the end of the line and all is lost, it isn't. Because you're in a situation that's going to resurface again later. So consider this a break rather than an ending. Destiny is in charge here, and you lose nothing and gain everything when you surrender to that fact. Your soul knows that your destiny is unfolding with perfect timing and synchronicity. Your small self, Pisces, has doubts, but that is natural, as it doesn't have the map of your destiny. The soul does. Spirit loves you, so trust that. That's powerful. I like that last sentence, right? Our small self has doubts, but our soul doesn't. And that's why you have the high priestess here, because some of you are second guessing or questioning or not trusting or going back and forth. Know that you are being guided to move forward in a new energy at this time, and you can trust that to be your destiny. That is what I have for you, Pisces. Again, deep reading here, but I feel with the 10 of Cups being your primary central located card, everything that's happening for you is to bring you in alignment with whatever this 10 of Cups looks like for you. Because the 10 of Cups is the happy family, joy, it's unconditional love and emotional wealth. It's the card of deep affection and peace and family vacations and getting along and nurturing. It's being able to find solutions to any arguments and conflicts that arise, right? So I feel like you are finding ways to bring this common ground to maybe some situations that have tore apart the family in a sense, okay? Maybe even, again, children involved here. If this resonates, Pisces, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button. It certainly helps get the divine channeled messages out there to those that need it most, and it certainly helps the growth of the channel, which I greatly appreciate. If you haven't already hit that subscribe and bell button, please do so. Thank you so very much, Pisces, for tuning in. Lots of love.